Hi everyone. So today we're going to be going over the method of how to simplify algebraic fractions whenever you're either multiplying or dividing them. So it's really a three-step method. If you can remember this, three main steps. The first thing we check for before we do any of our steps is we go, okay, are we multiplying or dividing? If we're multiplying, then we don't need to worry about changing anything. But because we're dividing, really what that means is we're flipping this second fraction and then we can say we're multiplying. So we want to do that first before we do anything else. Okay, and now that it's flipped, we start into our three steps. So step one is factorize. So we go through each bit of the fraction and we see what we can factorize. So let's go to the top of this fraction first. Can we factorize anything? This one is one that people tend to miss out on sometimes or not be able to recognize as easily. But this is known as the difference of two squares because you've got a square number, take away another square number. And if we've got the difference of two squares, then what we do is we write it in this form, x minus 3, x plus 3, like that. And you can even multiply that out to check it. You get x squared plus 3x minus 3x, so there's no x term, and then minus 9. So you have your x's are always at the front like that, and then whatever you're minusing, you do minus the square root of it here and then plus the square root of it over here. So we factorize that bit. Now we go here, we go, right, is there anything we can take outside the bracket here? And we can take a factor of 4 out. So we do 4 bracket x plus 3, and then multiply. 6 obviously is just a number, it can't be factorized, so we just leave it as is. This quadratic now, we see if we can factorize this. So I always draw my brackets out like this, you'll see if I'm factorizing stuff. And then if we do plus 4 and minus 3, that'll give us our quadratic. So that's our step one done. We factorized everything. Step two is cancel. So we go, okay, is there anything on the top of either of these fractions that will cancel with the bottom of either of these fractions? As long as it's on the top and the bottom of either fraction, you can cancel it. So it can be on the same fraction or it can be on different fractions as long as it's top and bottom. So we've got an x minus 3 here and we've got an x minus 3 here. So we can cancel those. We've got an x plus 3 here and an x plus 3 here. We can cancel those. There's no x plus 4 on the top, so we leave that there. Now with this one, you can't necessarily just cancel it straight away, the 6 and the 4. But you can divide them both by 2, and that is cancelling bits of it and making it more simple. So if I divide that by 2, I get 2, and if I divide that by 2, I get 3. So now you've got to take everything that you've put down here and put it into one fraction. So on the top now we just have 3. On the bottom we've got our 2 and we've got our x plus 4. So we do 2 and then x plus 4. And it'll generally say leave the fraction in its simplest form. So in this case, do not, that's your step 3, do not multiply out the brackets on the bottom. Sometimes there's 2 brackets on the bottom. Here it's a number in a bracket, but if you multiply it out, then it's not going to be in its most simple form. So this is, there's nothing else we can cancel here. There's nothing else we can factorize. So this is our question in its most simple form. So if we go over those steps again, step 1, factorize. Make sure you go through each bit of the fraction and make sure you factorize absolutely everything. Step 2, cancel anything that is on the top and the bottom of the fraction, whether it's a bracket or whether it's a factor of say 2. And step 3, keep the brackets, and then most of the time it's on the denominator. There we go. So yeah, that's how you simplify your algebraic fractions if it's in the format as we see here, where we've got a fraction multiplied or divided by another fraction. Thank you, and I hope that you have found this useful. Bye.